lives, especially when it comes to our health.
That's right. So joining us today is Dr. Laramie Wheeler from Integris Integrated Medical Center to discuss how we can find optimum balance. Dr. Wheeler, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, one of the things that you really specialize in, let's see if I can say this right, endobiogeny, to find imbalances within your system. Can you describe what see, now I can't see. Thank you, biogeny is. I could say it once, not twice.
It's a term that was come up with by a French doctor. It's an approach to medicine that originated in France, and it's based on the philosophy that sickness, illness, usually is not a result of just one organ system being out of place or out of balance, but usually it's an imbalance of multiple different systems. And so it's an approach in which we try to discern what are the different things that need to be balanced and try to balance those simultaneously, as opposed to, you know, saying conventional medicine, we deal with the thyroid here and the adrenal here.
So whereas your bones are all connected together, your organs are kind of connected together.
Correct.
And what happens to one affects those, the rest of them.
Absolutely, and that really is what it comes down to. Our philosophy is that you cannot do something to one part of the body that doesn't affect everything else. You know, and on those same lines, we also believe very strongly that you can't do something to your emotions that doesn't have some physical impact on you, and vice versa. So a lot of what we also do is dealing with the tougher emotional issues.
So what are some of the symptoms that your body is out of balance? Are there things that you can be looking for?
Absolutely, absolutely. The top things that I see are usually fatigue-related issues. People, they just don't feel well. They're tired all the time. They know it's not just because they have young kids or whatever. They come into me and they say, you know, you don't understand, like I can barely get out of bed. And so fatigue is one of the most common things we see. Anxiety-related issues. I deal a lot with women and men too, but women see me a little bit more frequently than the men. And they'll just come in and say, I don't know why I'm reacting to things the way that I am. You know, my kid can do one little thing and I'll just go fly off the handle. And so that's a sign that your body is, well, for lack of a better term, kind of stuck in overdrive, hurting all the time, not feeling emotionally.
Tired.
Yeah, like people, they kind of know when their body is just losing resilience.
So what would you say for a piece of advice to get ourselves back into balance? What are some of the things we can do?
Number one, this is the hardest part, is simply eating better. I'm thoroughly convinced that we just don't know how to eat well in this culture. You know, you look at other cultures where people are very healthy and they don't deal with the chronic illnesses that we Americans deal with, and they eat completely differently. They just know how to make things appealing that are mostly plant-based meals, and so people, they have a hard time knowing where to even start with that. And number two is relieving the stress, and that's a very challenging one. It's much easier said than done, but the two are definitely related.
Well, if anybody is out there and you're describing me, can they contact you to get more information about this?
Absolutely. Our Idaho Falls Clinic, again, is Integris Integrated Medical Center. The number is 524-1046. I do see patients down here in Pocatello, but that's far less frequent. That number is 478-8400.
Great. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be right back.